Hi guys, welcome to the Oh Here We Go podcast. I'm Lacey Claire Rogers.
And I'm Stephanie Parsley.
And we just wanted to hop on here and introduce ourselves, define our relationship, and kind of explain our intentions for this podcast and what we have planned for it.
Yeah, we wanted to kind of like, before we start this, kind of let you guys know who we are.
Yeah, if you don't know already.
If you don't know already, which you might not. I mean, you might just be a random person hopping on this. And
if so, hello, friend.
Yeah, hello. When did we meet?
We met back in 2014. So there's a little bit of an age difference between Stephanie and I. We met at a photo shoot. Stephanie's like the most well-known photographer in Arkansas.
Oh my God.
And when I started off modeling when I was 17, I was trying to shoot and do anything I could to get my name and face out there and experience. And I had an opportunity to shoot with the Stephanie Parsley.
Oh my God, whatever.
When I was 17. So I skipped school, drove all the way to Little Rock. I'm from El Dorado, Arkansas, and shot for the first time with Stephanie.
Wait, how old were you?
I was either 16 or 17. I feel like I was 17.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I guess first off, I'm a photographer. I've been doing photography for over 10 years. And at the time, I had seen Lacey kind of working around, like seen her on Instagram. And I was like, who is this girl? Like, what's going on?
Who's this little cutie?
Yeah. And so we started, we set up a shoot. And I didn't realize that you were skipping school for this and low-key making your parents so mad.
It started World War III with my dad.
Yeah. But it was like raining and I was about to call it off, and then I realized, oh no, we have to do this. And I ended up making her climb like on all these dirt mounds and mud heels. It was so funny, but she didn't complain the entire time. And that's kind of when I realized, okay, I think I could maybe be friends with this girl, because I don't like when people
are whiny.
Yeah, I can't handle it. And especially when I'm trying to work and create something, I can't handle a whiny environment. So I've put Lacey since then through the most intense photo shoots. Like, we've done a shoot on a beach of dead fish. There's no sand. It was dead fish bones, and she didn't complain.
A little pouty.
Yeah, you may have. Okay. Well, but I would have expected more complaints out of that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met on a photo shoot, I guess, 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've been really good friends for the past,
like, good 4 years.
a solid 4. I feel like it's been more than that. But, I mean, there was like, Lacey's like this little Southern belle, and because of that, I couldn't like.
I had live, laugh, love on my wall, y'all.
Yeah,
like,
she was a live, laugh, love type of person, which if you're like that out there, okay, like that's fine.
Super
but
naive.
I just, whenever I went into her apartment in LA, I was like seeing all her decorations. I was just like, I don't know about this girl. She's really sweet, but I don't think I could vibe with her. And then.
Yeah.
I mean.
So basically, Stephanie and I became friends through working together. So I'm a model. She's a photographer. And our relationship started to really grow when I moved to Los Angeles when I was 18 years old. And she would come stay out there with me for a week. And we would do all of these editorial shoots for a week, which is super, super fun. She's probably one of the most creative, hardworking photographers I know. I feel like most creative people in LA are like, let's link up and shoot in the street.
And they'll bail on you.
And then they won't even like show up. And it's just like such a shit show. But Stephanie is such a hard worker. So our relationship has really just developed over the years through working together. And honestly, once I just kind of grew into my own person, I don't know, how much older are you?
Well, I'm almost 30.
Okay, and I just turned 24.
So
5-6 year difference?
Yeah.
So honestly, it's been really nice having this older, I don't like to say that word,
but I mean,
more
it's the
mature
truth.
figure in my life, because Stephanie at one point in my life took the role of the best friend, the sister, and the mom at a time when I really didn't have anybody.
What year was that? When was
2017. I had no like guidance in my life, and Stephanie is someone that I looked up to, and she helped me through so much and kind of just opened my mind to so many different things and just gave me a lot of perspective on
That was
the
quite
world.
the year.
Yeah.
Was that the dinosaur year?
Yeah. Tell him that story. So this is like when Stephanie knew that I was my homegirl.
Okay, so like, well, first off, after our photo shoot that she skipped school for when she was like 16, I released this photo of her, and it like catapulted her into this like
America's Next
Top Model.
Yeah.
So she was on, what cycle were you on?
I was on cycle 22.
Cycle 22. She ended up getting 3rd place, like, and it was huge for her career. So like after that, I started linking up with her, going out to LA, scheduling all these shoots, and oh my God, what were we just talking about? Oh yeah, okay. So I started hanging out with her more and more. My memory is terrible. I started hanging out with her more and more, and I was just kind of like, this girl's okay. Like, I don't know. Like, she's really sweet and like wholesome and like all this, but it wasn't until this night at my apartment back in Arkansas that I was just like I think we were eating popcorn. It was like late. I was just like really high.
You were high.
Like, I was definitely high. That I was like, yeah, it's like crazy that people don't even believe the Holocaust happened. And she was like, what? And I was like, what? And then I was like, wait, also, did you know that people believe that dinosaurs didn't exist? And she was like, what? And I was like, wait, what? And so I just kind of, that night was so
my brain just busted open.
Yeah, it was so important. And
that was my first enlightenment.
Yeah, and it just opened up so many. It was like a stepping stone into like this person that you are now, because we're both from Arkansas. We're both from the South, so we are in this bubble. And people don't really leave the South, and when they do, they get out. And with photography, it has allowed me to travel all over the world and experience a lot of different cultures, people, and so many things. And so I don't classify myself as in that bubble, and I just was kind of helping Lacey out with all of that and opening her mind to things. So after that,
Arkansas is a pretty conservative state, as most of you may know.
Yeah.
It is considered the Bible Belt, and there is like a normal way of living, and if you don't live in that what's considered normal way of life, it's uncomfortable. You're not accepted by the majority of people, and it can be like a lonely path.
Definitely.
So I feel like Stephanie and I definitely have gone the path less traveled, because we just started. We got really close when I started asking questions for the first time in my life. I grew up in the church, I always did what I was told to do and believed what I was told to believe, and I never asked why. I never asked just questions about life and different belief systems and just different things. I just followed the normality of life, and so Stephanie really came into my life at a time where I was finally trying to figure out who I was, what I believed, and why I believed in it. So she really had a huge impact on my spiritual journey and my self-growth too.
Yeah, I mean, there was just so many things that you didn't know, and once you're like, and you've always been this way, but especially during this time, you were just like a sponge. Like, you were just absorbing everything that I said and researching, and I was just like, I'm a very curious person. You are.
Because I also know that I'm not the smartest person in the room, and if I am, like, I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
I love to surround myself with strong, passionate, smart, wise people, because I love to learn from them. Like, I don't really like to surround myself with weaker, dumber, or like, I don't know, just like not bright people, because it doesn't stimulate me in a positive way.
No, and you are not, like, you're so much more mature for your age than like most people. And when I think about you, I don't think that you're 24. I always think maybe like 27,
I've
28.
always gotten that, like, all of my life.
Yeah.
I've been around the block, y'all.
Yeah.
My trauma's helped me grow.
Oh my God, I love trauma growth. But yeah, so once that happened and she kind of started like not growing up, but just like coming into your own. Well, yeah, growing up, but I don't mean that in a negative way. It's like that's when we really started to connect and vibe, and from that we had an amazing working relationship. We both had really good work ethic, but it was after that our relationship started to grow, and we kind of started relying on each other for
like emotional things.
Emotional
we both
things.
went through a breakup, like family drama.
Yes, all of it. We've been through so much at this point. And so, yeah, that's kind of how we met. And now
we went through the festival scene.
We really connected on the festival scene. We connect through music, and psychedelics is a huge part of our friendship. And
she was Mama Bird. I was Baby Bird.
Mama Bird and Baby Bird kicked her out of the nest.
Introduced me to psychedelics, and my world changed.
Yes, that sounds terrible.
But for the best.
Yeah, no, I know. But yeah, no, I'm so thankful because Lacey's one of I have a lot of like core best friends, and Lacey's one of them, and Lacey has the biggest heart, and it's so I just need it. I need it all the time. So I can just always, but also you're not a pushover, and I fucking love that about you. You're really not, and I love that. Like I don't really have any pushover people in my life, so it's good. But Lacey's like really sweet and like loving and a big heart, but then she will not let you run over her, and it's just great. Yeah, don't fuck with me. But
I feel like we're talking about me a lot. Let me just talk about you for a second.
Oh yeah, well I know. I just kind of talking about our friendship.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, Stephanie is just such a hard worker. Like, this girl makes things come to fruition literally probably within 30 minutes. I'm the type of person that has an idea and I'm like, oh, let me dream about it. Like, if it comes to me, it comes. And Stephanie's like, has an idea and is birthing out like this plan to make it come to real life. Like this podcast, for example. She was like, let's start a podcast. Next day went and bought these microphones, like she took a podcast course. Like anything Stephanie sets her mind to, she goes and gets it. So I've really enjoyed being around this type of energy because one, it's super inspiring. And two, it kind of keeps, if I'm working with her, it like keeps me accountable because I'm like, I gotta get my shit together. Although she's like kind of running the show, like for the most part.
Yeah, but you keep me going too. You keep me creative because I know we have our same, like we have a image together, and I love that. And it gives me, if I don't have a track to run on, then I don't do it. So I need that, and you're that little track. You know what I mean? Like with all the artwork we have coming out and the stuff, like I can't do that by myself. Yeah. So it just all makes sense. But yeah, I am a very type A person.
Yeah, should we like tell like a little about ourselves?
Let's talk about ourselves. Okay. You want me to go
explain.
first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so obviously I do photography. I also I've been doing that for 10 years. I'll do weddings, portraits, families, kids, editorials, boudoir. I think what I primarily do is weddings and boudoir, and then portrait sessions. But I do also do interior design on the side. I just bought a house 2 years ago, completely gutted it, and did everything from the ground up. And yeah, I've been hired to do a couple projects where people have like paid me to come in and remodel their house, and I like doing that on the side. I love architecture, all that little vibe. But yeah, I'm a very type A, goal-oriented person. I don't half-ass anything I do. I can't. Like, I have to do everything 110%. If I want something, I'm gonna make it happen. I mean, and that's like caused issues in like my relationships and stuff. It was a big, like, I have a problem listening to other people when I want something, and that's something that I do want to work on. But since it's just me now, I have been able to just hit the ground running this past year and get all the things that I want and need for myself and my business and everything like that. So like with this podcast, yeah, I was like, because I originally started this podcast And then I just, with all of the negative stuff of 2020, I just didn't want to do it anymore. And then with Lacey, I was like, let's do this together. And then the next day, we got it all set up. Yeah, I just made it happen. But some other things about me is I have terrible memory. I'm really trying to work on that, and I don't know how.
Actively listen.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can listen all day, but also have terrible ADHD.
Stephanie just has so much going on in her head that she can't like presently listen to somebody thoroughly.
I will have to really focus, and if I have a ton of other projects going on at the same time, chances are if you're talking to me, I'm going to remember a little bit of it. But I'm working on it. I'm trying to be more present. I'm getting there. But yeah, what are some other things? I have a big Bernese Mountain Dog that I love. His name is Pinto. I come from the South, big family.
A vegan in the South?
Oh, yeah, I'm vegan. I've been vegan. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see. We made it 16 minutes before I said that I was vegan. Yeah, I'm vegan. I've been vegan for over 8 years now. It has been not the easiest thing being a vegan in the South, but it's been really great for someone like me who's a little bit curvier. I think it just really goes with my body type and has helped me not eat out and be unhealthy. Let's see. What are some other things? Oh, I just moved to Denver.
Oh, yeah.
So I own a home in Arkansas, and I just got a second location here in Denver. So I'm in this apartment, and that you are kind of seeing 5% of on this video if you're watching. And yeah, I've always wanted to live in a city and have a brick loft and kind of experience this type of life. But I was living in Arkansas, and I knew that I would never move to New York City, and so I was just like, well, that life will never happen for me. But it is now. This loft is amazing. And
city girls.
We're just a couple of city girls. But yeah, and let's see what else. So I'm living in Denver and Arkansas. I don't know. I mean,
I don't know either.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. I feel like that's a good amount.
That's a good amount. If you think of something, just come on back in.
I got you. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what about you?
Let's see. I think I wear many hats. So let's see what kind of vomits out of my mouth today. Well, my name's Lacey. I grew up in a small town in Arkansas, and I moved to LA when I was 18 years old. I still don't really know how I did that. I didn't know anybody. I moved alone.
You were so motivated, though, because America's Next Top Model and stuff.
It's just crazy. Most people my age went to college and did the sorority thing, and I went straight to work. And so I think that really had an impact on my growth trajectory. Also, traumas, hee hee. But I just kind of immediately had to grow up. And anyways, so I'm living in Los Angeles still. I've been there for 5.5 years. I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a model. I mean, I do model sometimes.
You wear a lot of hats.
Yeah, I wear a lot of hats, but for some reason I wouldn't consider myself just a model. Yeah. I've definitely fallen into the influencer world, which is something that I love and something that I struggle with because there's a negative connotation with influencers today. So it's not something that I really publicly talk about, even though here I am. I mean, that's how most people know me, though. So yeah, model, influencer. A lot of people shit on those type of people, but please don't shit on us.
No.
I'm just doing my best.
I mean, no.
Let's see. I'm going into acting this year. I moved to LA a couple years ago, 5 years ago when I was 18, and I tried to act, but at that time of my life, I was so naive, so young, super insecure. I was struggling with an eating disorder,
which I had no idea
about.
Such
low confidence. And so I backed away from acting. And I really just went and found out who I was, who I wanted to be. I defined who is Lacey, and I got to experience life. I got to experience all the shit that life throws at you. And so I feel like I'm finally ready to dive into acting and commit myself to a character and really tell a story. So I'm excited for that to happen.
It's going to happen. You're going to get a movie role.
Yeah.
Manifest it.
Yeah. I would say I'm pretty groovy. I'm into like funky colors and funky music and just like weird shit. Like I like looking weird and like
you look
colorful
like this
things.
like cute little model, but you're like get down with the grimy EDM and stuff like that.
Yeah. Stephanie and I love that hard shit.
Yeah, we really love like the heavy EDM. And,
Yeah.
but we love like psychedelic, like just like vibey music too. It's just an all around thing. As long as the music isn't like screaming at us, we're good. Yeah.
One thing that Stephanie and I really connect on as well is both of us are really spiritual, coming from like a conservative state and family and Bible background. It's been interesting, like figuring out like our spiritual beliefs and how we feel and figuring out like energy and manifesting and like all of this stuff that comes with spirituality. It's been super interesting. So that's been a fun part of our life.
That's especially been so these past few months have been a really big spiritual journey for both of us, and we've been coming into our own beliefs on where we stand with that. And I've loved seeing you change and going back from like, because you were this really southern like Jesus, all this stuff, it was just amazing, and then you went to like none of that and just spiritual, and then now you're kind of forming into like there's a both aspect of it, and I love that. And so it's like a good mix of both, and I think that I like that.
Yeah, it's been, the more I've been diving into my spirituality, which I guess I can talk about this. Stephanie and I both recently went through a breakup. Stephanie and I have kind of been like going through very similar things. She's about like a couple months ahead of me, so I get to see what's happening in her life and all the things that she's learning from her experiences, and I get to kind of apply them to my life as they come into my life. It's been such a weird parallel to see. But I mean,
weird.
Our entire friendship has kind of been like that. She's gotten to kind of guide me and mother me. And
I'm sick of going through shit first.
Yeah, she's totally helped me a lot in my life because she's already kind of been in my shoes and in my position at one point in her life. But yeah, so Stephanie and I went through a breakup recently, and that has been honestly very beneficial to both of us in so many different ways, for our spiritual journeys, for our career, for our like mental health. Like it has just opened us up to so much, and we're so happy that it's happened.
I feel like our lives have kind of like skyrocketed in the best way since those breakups.
Yeah, I mean, that I feel like that breakup was kind of holding me back from trusting my intuition, and as soon as I let go, God was like, thank you for trusting me, and like the spiritual floodgate just like opened up, and all of this stuff that has been needing and to happen in my life, and everything that I've been wanting to happen in my life has been coming like hotcakes. It's been wild. So,
I told you that was gonna happen.
Yeah, I think that's how Stephanie and I are such good friends, is because we have this deep spiritual connection, which we don't really have with many other people. And it's so hard to explain like or define a spiritual connection, because to someone who's never had a spiritual connection. So you know what I mean? Like, it's
like
just
you'll
different.
Even if we're like not on the same page one day, and I could be upset about I'm making this up, but like if I could be upset about something, or if I say something that Lacey takes the wrong way, she'll then step back and be like, wait, but I know exactly how you are, like I know like your sign and like how you function and all that stuff, based off of like just our emotional and spiritual connection with each other, that she's like, I'm not even gonna think about it. And I'm like, then I'll come back and explain, and she's like, yeah, no, I didn't even, right? Like what happened that one time?
Stephanie and I have a strong energy cord. We definitely can feel when something's off without even like texting or talking. Like we just know where each other we are. It's like an energy cord we have with each other.
So if we're having an off day, we just kind of know, and we're like, okay. And just it's really good, because it's like, it's just nice to not have to explain those things. But yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah, I guess I didn't mention this either. I'm a Capricorn through and through. Capricorns are so hard to describe, but I guess we're very loyal, very serious people. We're very hardworking. We're like very kind of rigid. Like we come off very serious, but like on the inside, we're like just really good friends and really good people, but we kind of like come off like kind of sharp.
Which is crazy
like
because your persona on social media is very like, like,
yeah,
blah, like happy, bubbly. But then when like people meet you, you're very like introverted and quiet and stuff. When my friends meet you, they expect you to be this like life at the party. And I'm like,
Instagram character, which it's not like I'm totally acting and creating this character on purpose. That's just who I am on the inside. That's like who I am when I'm the most comfortable is what people see online.
Exactly. And I always tell people, when you get to know her, she is that person, but she's not some entertainment for
I'm not going to be the center of attention.
No,
well, if I'm in a group, I'm
drunk.
definitely the one like observing and reading people.
Yeah.
I feel like Stephanie is definitely like the ringleader, which I need. Like she kind of leads the group. She like attracts like all these people, makes the decisions. I'm kind of just like hee hee, especially when we're around people.
Yeah, and so part of my job is every single day for the past 10 years to make a complete stranger feel so comfortable on camera for the next at least hour. So not only do I have to make a complete stranger feel comfortable, but I also have to make them feel comfortable in front of a camera. So I'm able to meet strangers and be like, exert enough energy to be able, I don't know, I just love doing that.
Yeah.
So it's funny that like our roles are switched in social gatherings, except when you are around your people, you really do come alive.
Yeah.
So, you know, but
just takes me a minute.
what would you say your aura is? Because I saw purple that one day.
Okay, so I would say my aura is still purple. Auras have been really interesting to learn about, but I never know confidently what an aura exactly means because I've heard auras are the age of your soul. I've heard auras are where you are right now, like your mood, your current mood, and I've heard auras are who you are at a core, like who you are, you know, what your personality is. And so multiple different times, different years, different people have said that my aura is purple. Obviously psychedelics are involved when this happens. But Stephanie saw my aura back in 2017 before I even knew what a psychedelic was.
We were in Miami, stranded from Fire Festival.
Yeah. Stephanie was tripping. I was not. I didn't even know what it was. And she saw that I had a purple aura. At the time, I had no idea what that meant. I was like, haha, you're crazy,
We were
bitch.
on the beach, and I was just like, you are purple right now. This is weird. And then I saw blue around Tristan, and that's the only time in my life that's ever happened.
Yeah. And then one of my ex-boyfriends, every time we've like tripped around each other, he always sees me like radiating purple. Like he's explained it like a mist is coming off my skin and my hair, and anything I touch
Mine's
turns
an outline.
purple.
Mine was an outline. It was like another coating, or like that was this thick.
Yeah, I would love to see psychedelic, or not psychedelics, auras one day. Maybe one day I will, but it's really cool that different years and multiple people have told me that I have a purple aura. Yeah. So what is yours?
I've always been told that I had orange. And so one day whenever I met my ex, he's bipolar, and they have said that, I don't know if people know this or not, but a common thing with people that are bipolar is that they can see auras easier than other people. I don't know why. I've just been told that a lot. But he said on our first date that he walked in through the door, and I was just like, hi. And he said that all he saw like was just like an orange aura. So like anytime he would tag me in something or like write my name on something on Instagram, he put my name in orange, and I was like, that's actually cute. And then my other friend, her name is Danielle Davis. She's also kind of a medium, and she said that my aura is orange, and I've always been told that when people see me, they're like, you just have such a yellow orange aura around you, and I'm like, I like that.
I like that. Yeah, and they're fun to learn about. And
it makes sense when you read about them. And when I read about the orange one, it's just like passionate, like leader, like happy, positive, and I'm like,
people want to be around you.
Yeah, like I love that, and so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I think what I've read recently about purple auras, relating it to personalities, purple auras are more intuitive and they feel hard. They like
It kind of goes with your sign.
Very empathetic.
Yeah.
You're a Pisces. You didn't talk about that.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that, yes, I'm a Pisces, and that a common best friend that a Pisces has is Capricorns. And a lot of my best friends are Capricorns, and I don't know why, but I love that. But, oh, yeah, I didn't add that along with all the things about me, I'm also very emotional. So on all the things with the Pisces, like how you were saying, like you really do connect with all the stuff with your sign, like I connect with every piece of a Pisces. But
we believe in the stars over here, y'all.
Yeah.
We just recently both had birth chart readings, which that's going to be an episode.
Mine was a human design reading. I really want I want my birth chart read.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I had one of my friends briefly read over mine while we were waiting for food one day, and because she's so good at that. Her name is Claire, and she called me on so much stuff just within like 20 minutes. I was like, okay, I'm done. But yeah, no, I want like a more extensive one done. Maybe we could do that for the podcast one day. Like we both get one like done again and all that. But yeah, I mean,
that's kind of who we are. That's our friendship, relationship.
Yeah.
I think we did a good job of explaining, like,
and you'll find out more. We kind of like, we'll kind of in the next episode dive more into us just a little bit and kind of where we're at, or like the more in depth of the stuff that we've gone through the past couple of months. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. But as far as the podcast goes, we really wanted to do this because we are always doing things, and we have an inner circle of a lot of cool people in our lives, and every week our lives are changing, and we're always having conversations that we wish would have been recorded. And that's kind of like what we like say. This podcast is kind of like a podcast of the conversations you didn't know you might want to have, you know? And so we want to we have a bunch of cool ideas for it and a bunch of cool concepts for episodes and fun guests that we want to bring on. And
yeah, Stephanie and I are both really growth oriented, and with growth that also means change, and with change is never easy.
Nope.
So we're constantly growing and changing, and things are really exciting. I mean, change has gotten us to some places where we've always wanted to be, but that's never like the easiest path to take. So even though like our life looks so exciting and like colorful on Instagram, there is definitely like a perception of us on social media, which we share with you. So this podcast is a place where we want to share like the backstory, the real things that are going on emotionally, spiritually, physically, and just share experiences, good and bad, of what we've been through and what we've learned from it, and just have on people that have interesting experiences as well that could help not only us but whoever's listening.
Yeah. And
I feel like all the things we go through are helpful experiences.
Well, yeah, I mean, I feel, well, for as much as people think and see like not only my life but your life, like we have all these amazing things going on and we're this and that. Well, for all the good that we have, or that we're getting to experiences, we've had terrible things happen to us. Like,
it's balance, baby.
Yeah, I mean, and we want a spot where we can just be real. Like, I obviously run a business and I keep it professional as much as possible, but I also am not going to run my business in a way that where people see me online and they don't know who I am. Like that I'm just fake, and I'm so sick of seeing that. I just don't want to go into this year anymore hiding things or not being my true self, because I am able to be my true self, and I'm also able to be completely professional.
Yeah.
And I think this podcast is going to be a great outlet for us to just sit back and chill and just talk and document and share our experiences that hopefully would help or like enlighten or inspire anything. Because I mean, I've gone through things that are all my life experiences are so expensive. So, you know, like, I mean, like all the things that are not life experiences, but like the bad life experiences that I've had to go through, like getting robbed every year. Like maybe I can help someone through stuff like that. Like, it's just, there's so many things that we just want to sit down and be real and talk about, because I'm done going into these years being fake. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just done.
Yeah, this weird persona. I've definitely like fallen into the trap of like living a life that I think people would like me to be, or like me to live.
You still are breaking that mold off.
Yeah. It's hard, like being anxious about what people might think of you or what your family might think of you, you know, like those like groomings of how you were raised are still a part of me. So this is the year of stepping into my true self, my true power, and really leaning in and trusting my intuition. And I'm really excited, and it's a cool thing that we get to document this.
I'm pumped. I think this is gonna be cute, and I think I'm excited because we have some really cool stuff planned. We have some fun guests that we want to bring on, and we've already learned so much.
Yeah.
And if this is just one more thing that gets us to the next thing that we want to get to, here we go.
Here we go, baby.
Here we go. But yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening to our first episode.
Yeah, it's just us. We wanted to kind of
hopefully this was helpful.
Ourselves.
If you were curious.
Yeah, if you're curious. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and
we'll see you in the next episode.
Well,
Happy
should
New Year.
we be like follow along?
Oh, we're new to this, y'all.
You're so new to this.
Okay. What you should do, what we would like you to do, what we would ask pretty please. Follow us on Instagram at Here We Go.
And
please subscribe to this
Apple.
podcast.
This is on Apple, Spotify, Google, everything. Like, subscribe, follow us. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know some kind of like topics you want us to cover, some episodes you want to see, or some guests you would like for us to bring on. Something.
Yeah, don't be a stranger. Please feel free to reach out.
We want to hear from you. We want to hear things that you want us to see. We want to be an outlet for you too.
Hey, this is a safe space.
Yeah, this is a safe spot. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and kind of stay tuned for what we have coming up. Yeah.
Bye.